Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a new episode of our program, The Daily Debate. Today is a very special episode as it is a very important festival. Would like, on behalf of myself, Yasmin Bakir, and the entire crew here on Nile TV International, particularly the Daily Debate program, we would like to wish everybody a happy feast, the greater Eid, Bayram, and for those who were successful and lucky enough to go to Hajj this season, wish them a very successful spiritual journey and a safe return back. Today we're going to be talking on a lighter note about tourism. Maybe that does coincide with the fact that Hajj is the most important event of the year, and that can actually, in the world of tourism, fall under religious tourism. But if you're going to go back into a scoop and dive deep into the Egyptian economy, we're going to witness and say that tourism was one of the boosting ministries on a ministry level, a ministerial level in terms of institutions. It was also on an economic level a very great advancement. We have had almost every household in Egypt, believe it or not, has been affected directly or indirectly with the advancement and the bettering of the tourism sector. On all levels, Egypt has also been following a different strategy during the past couple of years in its touristic map, and very innovative ideas which were all very successful, to be very honest. We're going to talk about employing and depending and giving, believing in the potentials of these young youth who have also played a very vital role, facing the challenges here in Egypt with all the different difficulties, whether it's on an economic level, and of course maintaining stability and security as well. We're going to talk about a lot of new techniques and strategies that are being applied here in Egypt in tourism. Very interesting guest who always has a lot of interesting news stories to share with us here on our show, Mr. Ahmed Badr, a tourism expert. Thank you very much for joining in, and happy feast, of course, to you.
Same to you and to all your audience.
Thank you very much. Now, there's a lot of new strategies that have been applied here in Egypt concerning the techniques. We want to talk about that, but before we dive into that, let's take a look at this first report.
The government submitted a plan to the parliament seeking to increase the tourism sector's production to £279.4 billion at current prices in 2019-2020. The plan seeks to increase the average length of visitors' stay. According to the central bank's recent data, Egypt witnessed a rise in tourism revenues during the first half of fiscal year 2018-2019 compared to the same period of 2017-2018. The central bank announced that Egypt's revenues from tourism during the first half of the current fiscal year increased by 36.4% compared to the same period last year. Moreover, the World Travel and Tourism Council, or the WTTC, stated earlier that tourists spent £218.1 billion in Egypt during 2018. It also expected the number of tourists to increase to 11.7 million during the current year. The travel and tourism sector's contribution to the Egyptian GDP hit 11.9% of the total economy during 2018, according to WTTC. The organization's report elaborated that this contribution amounted to £528.7 billion, adding that the travel and tourism sector grew 16.5% during 2018. In August, a government official told Reuters that Egypt's tourism revenues jumped 77% in the first half of 2018 to amount to $4.8 billion compared to the same period of the previous year.